So, Sofia, really good timing in terms of market conditions and market interest in this sector at the moment. So who will be buying these ETFs?
Morning. Yeah, exactly. So these ETFs are they're aimed at retail investors in mainland China who currently have insufficient capital to buy stocks directly on the Star Board. So the Star Board is, as you remember, the high tech index stock trading venue that was launched in Shanghai just over a year ago. And individuals there are required to have a minimum 500,000 yuan in their trading accounts, which is quite inaccessible for a lot of people. And ETFs are these cheap investment vehicles that allow you to track the index, and the fund providers will require just 1,000 yuan minimum investment for their product. So it really makes this venue more accessible to a much broader pool of investors in China. It's a way to attract more capital to the stock venue as well.
And of course, Sofia, we're waiting for what could become the world's biggest IPO. Will the funds own Ant Group?
Yeah, so they will be forced to buy those shares. So they won't participate in the IPO as such, because the ETFs will track the Star 50 index. And for the Star 50 index, which is composed of the 50 largest shares on the board, that index requires at least 6 months of trading history. So we still have to wait. The listing is expected as soon as late October, so it will be quite a wait before we do get Ant Group on that index. But once it does get included, and it almost certainly will, it will force the ETFs to buy the shares to replicate the index directly.
So, Sofia, when do we get a sense of the demand for the funds?
So the subscriptions open today. It will be today only for the 4 funds. We would get a sense of whether, if the caps have been reached in the middle of the day, we could get a sense of whether demand has been a lot higher than expected. If the funds stop subscriptions, suspend subscriptions, we'll know the AUM for the funds at the end of the day. But if they raise the targeted amount, within hours, then they'll have to close subscriptions quite early on, and we'll get a sense for demand mid-morning. We should know.